Quick follow-up video here with our third example on graphing a piecewise function. When I go to graph it, first I identify what the different sections are of my piecewise. So I'm just going to label them by color so I have them. And if you remember from the first, whenever I go ahead and think about this, these are the x's, these are the y's. So if I look at my first section, blue here, he's linear. And if I look at the channel he lives in, we'll start at -5, the closed dot, and ends at -2 with an open dot. There you go. So if I plug those values in to the y section, -5 plugged in right there, it's going to give me -9. So -5, -9 is a closed dot. -2 in there is going to give me a -3. So at -2, -3, I have an open dot. And since he's a linear function, I can go ahead and just connect the dots and get my first section. For the middle section, he's a little bit different because of that equal sign. I'm not going from one x value to another. I am living exclusively at -2 as an x value. So at -2, my y value is going to be 3. So it's just a really fancy way of writing -2, comma, 3. And he's a closed dot because he only exists at -2. He's equal to at that point. And last but not least, my red, he's living in a channel from -2 and above. So at -2, he has an open dot. And if you remember, I said, whenever you're living like above a channel, what I'm going to do is just pick another x value to get another point. So I'm going to pick -1 as my other x value because he's in the channel above -2. -1 comma something, and he'll be closed because everything's a closed dot unless it's a transition. So when I plug in -2, I end up getting -3. And if I plug in -1, I end up getting -4. If that's a little tricky, think of this as -1x minus 5, and then plug them in. So if I go to -2, -3, it's actually another open dot right where that one was. And if I go to -1, -4, he's just a dot on my graph, and I can get the rest of my piecewise function that way. So I have a function that seems to be kind of continuous. In other words, it just keeps going from left to right, except for that one missing dot right there, which happens to be just chilling up here in the green. So there's the 3 pieces of my piecewise function. The new thing in this one is the idea that I have just an ordered pair out of a function like that, because he only exists at one x value.